Season of Reclamation, what is it even about? Believe it or not, there's actually a lot of story. It's just not on the forefront in missions like it used to be. It's in solo ops, lore books, and activities. Vanguard leadership issues, the Hidden's experiments, reclaiming lost lands, and secrets of where the story is going next. Welcome Guardians, let's break it all down. So we are currently playing Season of Reclamation. Seasons are clearly not what they used to be. Instead of new story content and maybe a mission each week, which players got bored of back then, what we now have is seasonal story told through data pads, which are lore books, solo ops dialogue, and some content at major updates like Ash and Iron with the Reclaim activity. So there still is a story, it just feels like a lot less, and gameplay wise, it is. But that's the point of today's video, to explain what the heck is going on here in Reclamation. The victory over the Witness has reshaped the solar system. Characters were focused on the battle between the Witness for years. When your Guardian first was resurrected, it was just referred to as the Darkness. But with that universal threat gone, the focus has shifted to more local threats. There still are major villains and possibilities like the extinction of our entire universe, but in terms of the city, it was sort of a deep breath after the final shape. Guardians and civilians are offering their help in cleaning up and reclaiming lost lands. We still battle various enemy factions across these reclaim activities, but it's a step in the right direction for humanity. For example, the Dread are still there, there's still an issue, connections to Scion leaders as of late. The Dire Taken still infect land with their anchors after the events of Heresy, the Lord of Every Nothing stirring in the void. Our main leaders through this localized content, I guess you could say, is Anna Bray, Saint 14, and Devram K. The death of the Witness left a power vacuum across space. Some tried to claim Echoes, we see how it went for them. Now land and local spots shift hands very often. All these different enemy groups have their own goals. Ikora is still wrapped up in the events of the Edge of Fate. She no longer leads the Hidden from previous lore books, but is still studying the Nine, dark matter, and Maya's goals. She has a role in all of this just as the Guardian and Lodi do. The Nine call her Commander, which leads to our next point.
See, I told you, the Guardian is fine on their own. No need to bother Ikora.
You were right, but we'll need her back soon. I know she needs to follow up on this craziness with the Nine. I just hope she doesn't get lost out there, like Zavala did in the Traveler. He hasn't been the same since.
Good work, Guardian. Ikora is babysitting Drifter on Kepler, and Zavala is recovering from his battle with the Witness. That leaves just Crow in Vanguard leadership. He did well against Fikrul, but he cannot be everywhere. The city needs you now more than ever. Watching the young wolf take a whole army by himself makes me think. Using darkness, Guardians are stronger than ever. More powerful than when we raised the city walls. But there's fewer of us. Old vets like Joxer and Cade are gone. Zavala and Ares lost their ghosts.
You're right. But we've also got more allies than ever. It's not just on us. The city has our backs.
Crow is the only one holding down the Vanguard at the moment. Ikora's away studying Kepler, and Zavala is still struggling after the Pale Heart, the final shape, and losing his ghost Tarj. Zavala has been through a lot over the years. We witnessed his struggles in story content like his family members, and the final shape may have pushed him over the edge. As the Nine have foretold, maybe Ikora becomes the new commander.
There are people who still need me. soon. Sophie. I'm sorry.
So with this, part of me wonders if they are doing this for Zavala's story, or is it like voice acting choices? Regardless though, this is where Zavala and the Vanguard are at the moment. The Hidden, the city's sort of spy network that was once led by Ikora, have a big part to play in recent stories. They've always been there. You see them at the Enclave on Mars, in dungeons like the Sunder Doctrine. But their involvement as of late is important in studying Maya's plans, the Vex, and the Nine. The Hidden are interested in chronospatial anomalies across the system. We know from the raid that Maya went into the black hole anomaly to try and follow traces of dark matter, find other members of the Nine. She's trying to enact this true golden age. So we got time anomalies going on there, but things across the system are beginning to change as well. On Europa, the Taken are acting strange, appearing independent compared to their normal clusters. There are Vex on the surface capturing Taken and experimenting on them, trying to figure out more about these chronospatial anomalies themselves. Maya has conducted her forces to do these experiments, figure out time anomalies to achieve her goal. In some cases, it backfired completely, de-aging or even aging Vex frames. This tells us one thing: Maya's control of her Vex is slipping. Lore cards speak about how some members of her schism are breaking free. The individual nature she once sought is working against her.
The witness's failure showed that homogeny is fragile. Strength rises from individuality. It rejected the lesson of its own memory. Commander Takal's strength was their individual perspective. Their skill at directing an army. Not a hive mind. The echo of command and I were equally shapeless before we joined. It reformed my consciousness even as I made it into my mantle. Power joined to individual will. This is the key. Commander Takal lacked one, and the witness lacked the other. I hold both.
Ash and Iron adds more detail. Maya's forces are in the Plaguelands after Golden Age technology, Borsats, secrets, things like that. She's losing control of her echo and needs something else at her disposal. Turns out she's looking through inert Siva caches, and we will have an exotic mission in October called Warsat Heist, which may give us some hints. Warmind tech and this network could allow her to easily reach across the system, maybe control forces with the power that remains in her echo. Guardians enter the quarantine zone to defeat Maya's forces and, the theme for the season, reclaim the space for the city. Throughout activities, Davrim's all like, hey, maybe we can reclaim this one day. Maybe humans can live here once again. Which, sure, Devrim is great thinking, but this place has been quarantined for years before this. In the Plaguelands, though, Splicer remnants linger. Siva is inert, dead as far as we know, and we must stop Vex and Cabal commanded by Maya.
Seems that Maya's using her new Red Legion troops to scour for caches of inert Siva.
Probably trying to prevent further defections within her own collective. Stop her research efforts before they begin.
The Hidden are also studying strange things happening on Mars. A new Cabal faction is on the rise. They seem to be connected to the Nine too, and are stockpiling weapons and explosives. These Cabal even stole exotic weapons from Zur. This new faction is interested in the Drifter and his Derelict. The Derelict had a big part to play in the Edge of Fate, maybe that's why they want it. But Renegades releases in December. This lore in the game now about this new faction hints towards that. The Cabal are called the Barren Imperium, and they are building a superweapon of some type. So this is what the Hidden are studying now. We know more behind the scenes, of course, because we're the player. Drifter's ghost, who is notorious for not speaking after its light was altered, speaks in lore cards about its light bearer. Drifter has aged rapidly after the final shape and coming close to that anomaly. His ghost sees Drifter as reckless and following a path blindly for answers about the Nine. As we talked about in a recent video, things don't really look too good for him. So this is where we are currently in Season of Reclamation. We still have the exotic mission, maybe some other little tidbits of lore to come out, but that's the overview. On top, the big threat is Maya Sundaresh and what she's planning next. Guardians reclaim areas like parts of Earth and the EDZ, and humans and civilians of the city wish to help after the big battle of the final shape. The Hidden are studying various threats, and Vanguard leadership is up in the air. Crow is holding the fort down, Ikora is out there studying dark matter, and Zavala may soon be out of commission. But anyway, Guardians, if you'd like to see some more Destiny news, lore, and mysteries just like this video, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.